Hi Scorpio, welcome to your week ahead tarot. Thank you so much for being here. Your key to the week this week is the Hermit card. This is a week where you are very likely to be withdrawing from the world. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you are needing more time to yourself. We are heading into, we're in your season at this moment in time. Happy damn birthday to you. I truly hope you have a wonderful solar return. If you're having that eclipse on your birthday on the 25th, this is going to be a big birthday for you, and what it sets into motion is likely to be prominent or at least felt as an undercurrent for at least the next 6 up to and including the next 12 months. So this is a big deal, right? The fact that you have the Hermit card, this could be a week where you're having some powerful spiritual insights. It may also be a time where you do feel the need to pull away from people. Now, usually when the sun comes into your sign, it pours all of that light, heat, energy, vitality, like enjoyment as well into you. And I totally feel like you will be getting that. But because you've got the eclipse going on as well, there may be a moment where you kind of need to step back from everything and everyone just to kind of hear yourself think and feel yourself feel as well, right? So you're not just taking a moment to listen to what your internal psychobabble is talking about and, your psychomotor and all of that stuff. You're putting that to a side for a minute just to say, okay, what am I actually feeling right now? And sometimes in order to do that, you need to shut the world out. So this week, take some time for yourself, whether it's an hour out of the entire week, right? Take some time for yourself just to switch off and to recalibrate and reset yourself. The other part of this, because it is the Hermit card, it wouldn't be a surprise if you are planning a trip or a journey this week, or you're planning to take or do some kind of travel. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. For your actions and options, you have the King of Swords. So for some of you, you could be checking in with an elder this week, very likely to be an air sign person, Aquarius, Gemini or Libra. This is could be that you're gaining some sort of spiritual counsel this week. So maybe you're checking in with someone, and here's where this gets interesting. Usually the Hermit card does show up for older people, and that King of Swords would usually be somebody that's salt and pepper haired as well. So you couple these two together, this is likely to be somebody that is older than you, but the feeling that I have from this is it's somebody that you wouldn't usually check in with. Maybe you're not the sort of person to go for personal readings, you rely more on on this kind of stuff that's a bit more general as like a loose guide. Maybe you are the sort of person that, you've got one person that you go to and that is your trusted go-to because they've been right time and time again. There's something where you're breaking that cycle this week because you're going to somebody that actually is like, I need to get a different perspective, and in order to get that, I have to go where I've never been. The other thing, because your actions and options is about what you do, and it's the King of Swords, this week it does look like you are flexing your intellectual muscles. And what I mean by that is you may get into not a battle of wills, but you might need to. The thing is, Scorpios tend to be very often some of the smartest people in the room, if not the smartest. Just an observation. Capricorns are definitely up there as well. I could mention a few other signs, but whatever. And this time, I gotta be honest with you, yes, I feel like you're gonna need to flex your intellectual muscles. Maybe you're even having to put a situation in line in some way, shape or form. However, you are seeking counsel from outside because it's almost like, and that sometimes really is the smartest thing we can ever do, is to ask for help or to say, I don't know. All right, so it kind of feels like this week you're having to do all of the above. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Eight of Swords. I always say to people, when this card comes up for communications, keep your mouth shut, all right? If there's something that if there's a situation at work, if there's a situation at school, when I say school, I don't mean, 18 and up. My readings are for 18 and up. But you get my point. If there is a situation in your professional sphere or even in your familial sphere where it's almost like you're just, and the reason I say this is, whatever you are saying this week, you're likely to be held to it for a long time to come. So if you go off on one and say, you know, I'm going to do, from now on, I'm going to do da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, if you don't follow through on that, which is, again, the likelihood is slim to none. You guys, you know, you're a fixed sign, so you tend to do most of what you talk about. It'll be interesting to see how this kind of plays out. For those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, this is a teacher, a lecturer, a professor. This is somebody that you have maybe had a problem or an issue with in the past, but this time it's like you're going to them for their assistance. So you're cutting out any of the animosity and just saying, look, I actually need your help or your input on this. Can you assist me? For those of you that are employed by somebody else, it looks like there's a lot of frustration this week around those of you that are working for someone else, because it's like you can see that somebody's getting special treatment because of their age or because of the length of time that they've been with the company. And it's kind of like, well, even if you have seniority, that should only go so far. Shouldn't it be that the best person gets the job? Or shouldn't it be that, do you know what I mean? Like, there's something here that you're seeing and it's like, you can't let it go. It's like you refuse to kind of, do you know what I mean? Like, I can't let it go. That doesn't sound like a Scorpio at all. So I don't worry, I'm a fixed sign. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, heavy is the head that wears the crown, baby. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. This week, a lot is going to be expected from you. And unfortunately, with that Eight of Swords, there's no getting out of it. It wouldn't surprise me if you kind of have a moment where you're like, okay, this thing feels like it's suffocating me now. Doesn't have to be your business. It might be a specific conversation that's happening, or, you know, an interaction that you can see happening with employees. Or if you work for yourself, maybe it's something with a client where you're tied to them and you're like, you know what, I don't want to be tied to this person anymore. And so this week there's some stuff that you're going to have to reason out with yourself. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, surround yourself with your peers this week, whoever or whatever you perceive them to be. For your love and relations, you've got the Six of Cups. This is really nice, actually. For those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, you and your partner look like you could be, this is going to sound really odd, but it looks like you could be stuck with each other this week. So let's say your partner usually goes out to work. Maybe something happens at their work, so they have to work from home this week. Maybe, you know, it's like whatever their plans were, those plans have shifted and changed, and it's like you're spending more time together than maybe you usually do. And it's just really nice, you know, it's just like a really wonderful energy. For those of you that are single and looking, if you're meeting someone, it's going to be somebody that's older, somebody that's seasoned, somebody that is very well established in their own right. It's a meeting of minds, and the thing that you seem to love most about this person is that they're young at heart. It's like, yes, you know, you're well seasoned in your appearance and your years, but actually, you know, in here you're still really young, and that's, you know, that's the combination, right? For your money and materials, you've got the Sun card. Money looks good, the finances look good. Actually, I really like this for financial commitments. I really like this because it looks like a lot of you are puzzling over something and you're kind of like, well, you know, I didn't know whether I wanted to do this. And actually, if you're planning on making a financial commitment, something that you'll be tied to for a long time, go for it. This actually looks really nice. It's the Sun after all. The partner's finances and monies could be getting a boost as well, very possible. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, the Sun card is great for health because it basically suggests that things are good. When the Sun is in your sign, it's really hard, unless you've got like, I don't know, you know, if you're having a Saturn transit maybe, or if you're having a Pluto transit, then you know it's really hard not to feel good when the sun is in your sign, right? Whether it's your sun sign or your ascendant sign, when the sun comes into those areas of your chart, you feel it, right? You feel a lot more buoyant. So let that be. And one of the things that you can do to really help that along is take some time out for yourself, all right? When it comes to your home and environment, the Sun card with the Six of Cups, if those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, and even for some of you that aren't, be conscious of how you couple this week, because that's potentially baby-making energy, all right? Potentially. Not guaranteed. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Happy damn birthday to you. Take care, and I'll see you soon.